Good morning, everyone. It is currently the 3rd of April, 2015. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you today. Today, the main topic is all about the fight for survival of Typhoon Maysak. And what I mean by that is that the storm system is struggling to hang on to that typhoon intensity over the next 48 hours. The main reason is we saw an upper level trough come in from the west and it just started pounding this storm system and it took a massive amount of wind shear. This is fantastic news for the country of the Philippines because this storm system has seen some dramatic weakening. But before you think, okay, maybe the storm system is over with, I do want to stress it is still coming towards the west. We are still going to be seeing a lot of heavy rainfall occur across the Philippines and also some gusty winds there, which are going to be causing some problems for travelers here on your Easter weekend. Some very rough seas and even that threat still of flooding in a few localized areas. But what I do want to mention is this shear, and a lot of people don't understand what I'm talking about here. Remember that tropical systems, or these warm core lows, they like their vertical structure just to be straight up and down here with very little difference between the low level winds and the upper level winds. Now when we get vertical wind shear coming through, what I'm talking about is the difference between the lower and upper level force. So for example, if we have 10 knot winds on the surface, but in the upper levels 10 knot winds, then we have a zero amount of vertical wind shear. But let's say we have 100 knot winds in the upper levels, which we are trying to flirt with here. Actually, it's more about 30 to 40, but that creates some very high shear. This all starts to get knocked off there towards the side, and that is why our storm system does not look very organized. So that takes us to our latest forecast from the Japan Meteorological Agency. Pressure at 945 HPA, still a very strong typhoon. That is down from the violent status just 2 days ago. They do expect this to continue to weaken down to a strong status there at 038. Will continue to weaken down, and then take a look at this 0418. That's this just off the coastline here, just towards the east. Still expecting a landfall near Casiguran from the JMA, but pressure does drop to 992, or excuse me, pressure drops to 980 HPA by that point, with winds of 60 gusting up to 85 knots. That would be at a severe tropical storm status. That's still enough to blow things around, especially light structures or light items for that matter. Heavy rainfall still going to be an issue, but good news, it won't be that typhoon status. Just taking a look ahead through Friday and the Saturday here using the Meteor app, and we can see its winds really picking up by Saturday afternoon into the evening hours. And then as we go ahead through Sunday, that's when it starts to really come on shore. As I mentioned, right around Casiguran, actually, you're probably going to be seeing some typhoon strength gust for some of these coastal communities here. Big deal is it is Easter Sunday, so a lot of people might be traveling. Do hunker down, get ready for the storm system if it does come overhead. That's just northeast of Casiguran, though. Manila, look at this, guys. You're really going to miss out on most of the storm. Some passing showers on Sunday, but not really seeing those high winds. Storm still will have some localized thunderstorms embedded in it, though, that can create localized flooding, and also even that threat of some damaging winds and tornadoes within these local thunderstorms, not so much with the storm itself. Do also want to keep that in mind if you do plan on heading outdoors and you think the weather is decent. You still have a tropical system nearby. Hey, also taking a look at the total rainfall accumulations, these areas just north of Casiguran, where that moisture is pumping on shore the heaviest, you could be seeing some localized flooding there. Actually, upwards about 100 to 150 millimeters. Picasa also warning of the threat of 4-meter high waves and even localized storm surges there just north of the center of circulation. So with that said, the storm system, yes, it is continuing to weaken. We are still seeing that vertical wind shear act in on that center of circulation. But the good news is that, yeah, it's not going to be a typhoon comes on shore, but the reality is it is still going to have an impact here. So do not let your guard down. Continue to be ready for some foul weather. Do prepare if you live in Casiguran area or just north of there. That's what I highly suggest, especially right near the immediate coastal areas. You are still going to be seeing the threat of some severe weather this coming weekend. That's all for me right now, everyone. Thanks again for watching here at westernpacificweather.com. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them down there in the comment box below. Always appreciate your feedback. I don't just say that, but I do appreciate the feedback. Thanks again for watching, though, and as always, stay safe out there.